What's up guys, this is Grant and today we're looking at Midas, my one-seat go-kart with the performance engine on it. Specifically, we're looking at the axle and the exhaust. So what had ended up happening with the axle is over the years of abuse, the key, and actually the axle might have been a little bit smaller, but the key may have been damaged. So we're going to take a look at that and look at the keyway, and we're actually going to do something I never recommend doing, is actually welding the rim to the axle, but we're going to do it in a way where I can actually remove it later, and we'll check that out in a second. So if you look here, the go-kart pulls to the left, and that's because that rear left wheel wasn't grabbing because it's loose. The next thing we're going to look at is the exhaust, and we're actually going to be putting a muffler on it. I got this cheap muffler off of eBay, you know, for these pit bikes. It's the same diameter as the inner diameter of my exhaust pipe, so it'll help with the flow there, and it should help with the noise, hopefully, but we'll see.
Alright, so if you look very carefully at the axle, it doesn't rotate, but the wheel will rotate a little bit. Also wiggles back and forth. So I'm gonna pop the rim off and take a look at it. Alright, so this is a brand new key, or roughly brand new key. And this is a brand new rim. I'm just going to check it and see, and there's still some play in there. It does have a little bit of slop, okay? You know, it's pretty good for breaking stuff loose that's rusted. There we go. We'll clean off the shaft here. A little bit of carb cleaner just to get rid of all the contaminants. Oh crap.
So as you can see, I welded the rim to a locking collar on the axle so it can be removed later. But as for the other side of the rim, to keep it from wobbling around, I actually welded it to the axle nut. Now if you notice when I say welded, I mean tack welded. So when I have my impact wrench on this and crank up the torque on it, it'll break those tacks if I ever need to remove it. So that's that in a nutshell, 2 little tacks to hold it on.
Alright, so before I could take both wheels and they would kind of rock back and forth independently of one another. But as you can see, you know, they are locked up nice and tight. So it should be a nice launch. If you're curious about this other wheel here, I actually had to weld the rim onto the axle to save it, because the previous owner, when I bought this, had actually ran the axle and the rim without a key inside of it, so it was free floating on the actual axle. So basically ruined both the axle and the wheel, so this is the only way to save it. There is just a little bit of play in there. I'm going to tighten up these little nuts here and see if that doesn't fix it. But you know, with all this horsepower and torque added to the go-kart, you know, something's going to wear down. Alright, as you can see here, rotating it this way, we're not seeing that play anymore. So that's good. Hopefully it'll stay that way.
Alright, so this is the muffler here, and what is attached to my drill is part of my tap and die set. I'm basically taking this hole, making it a little bit larger to fit the set screw that I have. because I didn't have the right size, and I'm putting another one in it.
And there we go. I don't know. I don't know. We'll just cut it off right here. Might be a little long, but that's okay. So this goes roughly to the mark. So we're just going to shove this down the hole. Hopefully we'll be able to get it back out. No. Yep, so there we go. Blocks it off nicely.
So these are the 1/4-inch set screws that I've got that I was talking about, and the nuts that go on them tighten it down.
Okay, plug your ears again.
No. Yeah.
Just plug them.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's going to be smoke coming out of the back. Do you see it? Is it smoking yet?
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, look at the smoke. It's smoking out of the back.
Whoa. That means it's hot.
So what ended up happening was the exhaust was just as loud as it was prior to putting on this cheap, you know, $20, $30 pit bike muffler from eBay on it. So it's really no benefit of all to have chopped off the straight pipe and put that on there, because it's a straight shot through there. Luckily, I've got a few tricks up my sleeve. I actually have an R1 exhaust from an Yamaha R1 bullet bike, and we're actually gonna put that on in the next video. So stay tuned for that next one. Thanks for watching. Give the video a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.